So I don't particularly know what necessarily prompted this. Um, but I was just talking to a friend who has property in France, and there's been sort of discussion for a few weeks about visiting. And this friend mentioned about going night canoeing, which sounds amazing to me. I've done a bit of uh, kayaking. I think I've done before. A couple of years ago, which I really enjoyed, which was in Wales. I really love the water, coastlines, rivers, waterfalls. I find it very soothing, very peaceful. But for some reason, it just set me thinking about. I was just looking on Instagram, as you do, and there are people on there on lots of different sort of spiritual paths. I mean, mine, to me, I play fairly close to my chest. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. As I see, it's kind of my business. But I follow people who are Buddhists, who are Christians, who are Hindus, who are Hasidic Jews, who are Kabbalists, all sorts of different things, and they're all the common thread, I suppose, is that these people are seekers, which I think I personally would fit into that mold. But often, I mean, thankfully, I'm kind of spared it for the most part. But you do occasionally, you'll get people, no, you should be on this path or that path. Not necessarily at me personally, but they kind of speak in that way, like as though their truth is the truth. And I tend to see it like this, and this relates back to what I was saying about kayaking and the sea and all of this. Like, if you think about it, like every river flows to the sea, and if the sea is, that knowledge, that spiritual depth, uh, and gnosis that people are looking for, then if the parable makes sense, then all the different streams all flow to the sea. So it's simply a case of we're traveling different rivers to the same end place. Hopefully, I imagine some don't go there. I think there are some very dark paths that are available. I think there are some very corrupted paths. Um, but yeah, as I see it, it's all rivers flowing to the same ocean ultimately. And I think, don't worry what other people are doing. Like they're on their own journeys. They're here to um, explore their own destiny, if you believe in that, their own their own route. It's not my issue. Um, as I see it, as long as you're not harming anybody, and as long as you're not trying to ram your beliefs down somebody else's throat, then I don't have an issue. If someone says to me they're a Christian or a pagan or a Muslim or a Hindu or whatever they are, I'm like, great. Does that work for you? Does it make you happy? Does it bring you fulfillment? Yes, then fantastic. Um, I don't really understand. Genuinely, I don't understand the idea that I would need somebody else to believe what I believe. Like, I guess it's nice to be affirmed, as it would with anything. But I don't know. I don't know why people get so kind of hung up on it. Yeah, that was just a little thought for the evening. A little bit of change of pace. I don't normally do this kind of thing. I don't really particularly like sitting on camera and thinking out loud. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. If you don't, please don't bring that into the discussion. I really don't care. And I don't think anything would be gained from it. And I would delete the comments anyway. So, yeah, this is, this is a tolerant and peaceful space. And I don't have any time for that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, just a little thought. Hope everyone's good. I'll leave it at that for now, I think. Good night.